This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so 50 Cent teases Diddy ahead of releasing the documentary. He says, this is Puffy's crisis management PR. He is saying very nasty things about me. I mean, very nasty. He is calling me an adversary. I just don't want to go to his parties. And he was, I guess he was Harvey Weinstein's publicist also. But also, here's the thing. Diddy's legal team is saying that certain things in the documentary were not supposed to be used. Like the documentary of Diddy talking to his lawyers and everything. But from what I understand, Netflix does back check everything. And they're not going to put something out that's going to send them into legal trouble. So I do think it's from that previous documentary that they were going to do with Diddy that Diddy backed out of because he didn't have total control of everything. I can't wait to watch this documentary. I think it comes out at midnight tonight, and I'm definitely going to watch it. It looks like he got all the players involved, meaning he got, people that testified, people that knew Diddy himself in some footage. He did. Now, 50 Cent did say Jay-Z's excited he's not in the documentary. But of course, why would he be in the documentary? I wonder if 50 Cent's going to highlight all the people that turned their back on Diddy, like Khaled and Rick Ross and everybody that was tight with Diddy and didn't say anything about the trial. 50 Cent's the only one that really spoke about this and shamed everybody. Now, TMZ is saying that certain pics are not the real deal. They're AI. 50 Cent said, we're not using any AI images in this documentary. So, yeah, we'll see. He said, TMZ, you should know better. Then we got 50 Cent put Chef G and Sleepy Hollow on the theme song to his new show, Fightland. I can't tell. I know Chef G's locked up right now. I don't know if Sleepy Hollow is locked up or not. They go in and out of jail so much. I don't even know. But, obviously they work together. Chef G and Sleepy Hollow are like always working together. And Chef G is actually related to 50 Cent, if you didn't know. Then we got Academics. He goes off on, I wouldn't even be teasing this, okay? Because Academics is one of those creators that was critical of Meg The Stallion, and it looks like Meg The Stallion is trying to take people to court now. Now Academics has money, so he can fight it, but she just took Milagro to court, and we'll get into that in a second. They did reach a verdict on that whole thing. But Academics trolls bench player Klay Thompson following Meg The Stallion's Thanksgiving feast. Now, if you don't know, Klay Thompson game hasn't been the best this year, and this is ever since he started dating Meg. There's a video that came out where, Megan, talked about making the turkey, dressing macaroni and everything for Klay Thompson's family. And saying she was nervous because she wants all the family to like her, and she wants to prove that she really loves their son. So she detailed the whole process of making this meal. So Academics trolls her and says basically, I'm starting to like Meg more than last year. I don't know why, someone said. And then it says, you could even make it, you couldn't even make it to a bench of any kind. But people were saying that, I think Academics was saying, like, talking about BBLs and stuff. I don't know. It says bench player ingredients. I wouldn't be taunting Meg The Stallion anymore. It's like, that thing that happened with her and Tori was so messy. I really don't believe Tori takes all the blame. I think the other two people, Meg and her friend, should take part of the blame, but that's not going to happen. There's going to be no accountability. I will always say this, that Tori shouldn't have, knowing he was smashing both girls to taunt them, almost invited something bad to happen to you. Tori feeling like he was untouchable, he almost brought this on himself by taunting them like, oh, why aren't you going to tell such and such that we're smashing? It's like, bro, why would you bring that up when everybody's twisted? You know? Why? There's nothing good that could come from that. And as we see, a big fight erupted, and Tori's in jail for 10 years. It's crazy. Lotto reacts to this girl coming out and saying, y'all believe anything in bold font when it comes to me. Now, this woman's claiming to be Lotto's estranged half-sister, which is probably fake. Rich the Kid trolls Summer Walker by saying, Pizza Hut, pizza. He has all. Remember, Summer Walker wanted to be locked into Rich the Kid's phone as Pizza Hut, so they could keep smashing on the low, right? He said, "Stop calling my phone Pizza Hut." Then he did a video in front of Pizza Hut and said she's begging, and he's coming out with an album called Begging, or a song called Begging, 12, like basically on Wednesday, and then put this out 12/3, and it shows. It's Meg The Stallion. I'm sorry, Summer Walker. What did I say, Meg The Stallion? Summer Walker. He was trolling Summer Walker, and then basically saying Summer Walker is serving a Pizza Hut to the guy on the cover of her album. It's just like, bro, I get it. You're trying to milk the whole situation, but hey. I don't know. Then Rick Ross calls out a girl lying on her story. She says she puts up a fake DM from Rick Ross it says him saying, "You're mine." She says, "I got so many DMs from so many of your faves. I'm sharing this because I know he would get the joke. But in all seriousness, attention doesn't equal currency. They don't want you. Women always come up to me and be like, guess who's in my DM? Like, they're so flattered. Okay, I don't even follow them. They follow me." He says, "This girl's going to cap heaven." Then Rick Ross says, cap, and says, "Cap, goofy, bad body." And then Rick Ross' title, he says, what is he? Oh, she says, "And to be honest, if you're trying to get money, I would just get you a rich white man. At least they're generous. Black men will literally use you, throw you away. We see it publicly. His cars are not yours. His money is not yours. His fame is not yours. You'll be traumatized and left with maybe a bag or two. Women get money, aren't impressed." I think Rick Ross said something else. Wait, he said, "Cap, goofy body." And then he says, "I do have a certain vibe. She's just not it." Oh. Rick Ross. He ain't feeling it. All right, so then we got Rihanna. She's still on the top 200 with Ain't I. Anti. That album was so good. So good. I think it's been on there for like 7-8 years, right? Well, Milagro lost her case with Meg. Now, she didn't lose as bad as she could have. She's really just paying legal fees, which is $75,000 for Megan. And guess why? Because Milagro took money from Tory Lanez's father. They're trying to state that she was paid to harass Meg, right? And that's the only thing they could really find her guilty of. So she has to pay the legal fees at least, which is $75,000. All right, so I'm sure we'll get more information on this as the day goes on, but Milagro lost. And this is actually kind of dangerous because it actually goes against freedom of speech. Milagro didn't, unless I'm wrong, but to me, Milagro didn't put anything on Meg that wasn't public. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But I think she was just criticizing the case and giving her own opinions on things. And that's legal with any trial you're criticizing, if there's anybody's on trial and you watch the trial, you can give your opinions on what you think, right? I don't know. But I think the Tory thing is which really made, now she could probably challenge this, but to be honest, I think it was the whole Tory thing and the money from the dad and the connection to Tory. They found a connection to Tory, and that's why she really lost. a money connection, meaning. Pop Smoke's brother, even though Pop Smoke didn't like Tekashi, he wants to get Tekashi on his stream. He thinks he's really doing his thing with the internet. We already talked about this. Diddy team fired back at the Netflix documentary with 50 Cent and said there's unauthorized private footage in the doc. And Nas, okay, so Nas is backed now by a big... Everything was approved for his casino. As we know, Jay-Z lost his bid for a casino, but Nas is back with $7.5 billion resorts, NYC expansion approved. Nas is a part of this. Tourism, nightlife, jobs, culture, and economic growth are expected to expand. This is for Queens, a big, resort casino. 2026. They can't build it all in 2026, right? Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to run ads to the channel, Christmas rates are in effect. Make sure you hit me at jordantowermedia@gmail.com, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.